Hello, it's very windy out here and a bit wind blowing at the moment. So I tried to find a spot that wasn't too noisy from the wind. But yeah, it's I guess I want to make some points because I get these like messages on some of my videos or things that I post that say, oh, they're just commercial aircraft and there's nothing unusual, and that may be the case. There's a couple points though, and one of them is that the area that I live in, I'm not wealthy, but the area that I live in is extremely wealthy. And people that are buying like a $3 million house or a $10 million house are not going to want to be living in a flight path. And the thing is that the amount of aircraft that are going through is just staggering. It's not just like one airplane flying every so often and I'm getting all crazy over like one airplane flying over my house. It's the amount of aircraft that are going over my house and going over the neighborhoods and the areas and the parks and places in the vicinity of my house. And that's unusual because I've been living here for a few years and I never saw that amount of aircraft going through the area, which is somewhat of a remote area, and it's not like near a major airport or anything like that. I mean, there's a couple small airports in the vicinity, but like maybe 10 miles away. So we shouldn't really be having one after the other of commercial aircraft going over my house. In the beginning, when this first started happening, like last December, there were nights that 200 of them went over my house, and I have, I did a time-lapse photo of that, so it's not as if that didn't happen. So it's weird. And then the thing is that it started like at the end of the Biden administration and it kept on. I think a lot of people were thinking, it's some weird thing Biden's doing or whatever. But, it kept on after Trump was elected, and he actually made statements regarding the fact that they were over his property in Bedminster. He has a large golf course there, so he was actually making statements in regards to this huge thing that was being noticed in the, I don't know what that noise is. I don't see any planes, and it's loud. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone on my camera. So, but anyway, so Trump made statements about it on several occasions. There was massive news coverage of New Jersey. My town was actually featured in the news reporting, so I'm not really sure how people knew to get to the place where I live, that town in that particular, like right within a block of where I live. And I'm not really sure how they knew to sort of come to that area, because it's a bit off the beaten track. You have to sort of make an effort to drive up here. So I don't see any planes, but there's like this noise. There's oh, I see two of them. There's two of them, but they're like way out, not like really close. There's one there, and then there's one there. I don't know if you could see it, but you get the idea. I've already pictures of what they look like, so I don't know what that is. There's one way up and high, so then there's one there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 of them in the air right now, and I'm in a place that's like not, that shouldn't be having this kind of air traffic going over it right now. I don't even want to say where I'm at right now, but so these are issues. These are all issues. So all you people that are saying, oh, they're just commercial aircraft, this area didn't have this kind of air traffic. We're not near an airport. I'm not in Elizabeth. I'm not in like Newark. I'm not in Jersey City. I'm not even remotely near those areas. That's like a 45-minute drive from here. So, it's like there's no reason why all of a sudden there should be like, massive amounts of commercial air traffic over my house. And it just started, like basically I started noticing a lot of plane noises, like I keep repeating, back in last September of 2024, and it's continuing. And then the fact that you can see that things are a psyop because there's like an attempt to create this sort of environment around this, like this meme of this New Jersey drones. Like, if this was just normal air traffic, they wouldn't have to make some like big statement about how this is like, you know, this is like this thing going on, and there's this weird freaky thing, and and it's just weird because people that don't live here, they don't know what's going on here. So it's like I get these statements about, oh, those are normal aircraft, from people that are like, they don't even live around here, so they don't really know what's going on around here. So, and most people that don't live around here and that aren't seeing all these airplanes in the sky are like thinking, oh, it just stopped, the media's not covering it anymore, it's a non-issue, but this, I'm just telling you that what's going on here. And if you want to believe me, if you don't, I don't, I like being friendly to people. I'm not trying to make stuff up. I don't really have any real reason to make things up, but I just find it alarming, and I don't like planes going over my house at like 1 o'clock in the morning making like really loud noise. That's like really disturbing to me. So anyway, on with the day for me. Why is this flying right over my head? I'm out in the middle of the woods. See, this is where I'm at. I'm in the woods. And there's like a bird, some sort of bird flying up above me. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. There's one over there too. It's a bald eagle. I'm in India Brook Park. It's pretty remote out here, and I just saw two large aircrafts just like flew over my head, you know. And I actually saw a bald eagle. I think I got it on film. I'm gonna see if I have to look at it again, but I don't know. Sometimes I gotta turn the camera around to get the sound. Oh, look, there's another hawk up there. It's a different kind of. I don't think that's a bald eagle though. It's hard to get him on the film. This is doing some crazy flying up there. I'm in Chatham. It's really dark out here, and it's like going really close to being over my car. Hear how loud that is? It's like it's midnight. And this is what it looks like out here. Here's another one. There's like two of them. I just took the picture of that other one, like not even 5 minutes ago, like maybe 2 minutes ago. And there's two more coming. I'm in my car, and this is where I'm at. And I have no idea why these should be flying over this location at this time. I was just driving home and it's midnight. And here comes, there's another one coming. Somebody's got a dog over there. There's like a house. There's a house over here. You can see what it looks like here, you know. There's like nothing going on. There's no airport, no major airport near here. Newark is probably like around 45-minute drive from here. This bad boy is like flying like right over my car. I'm not moving, and there's another one coming. Somebody's... I have to put my flashers on, so see, there's like another one. So in the past like 5 minutes, like 4 of these have come. This one looks like it's going in a different direction now. Okay, so, alright, I guess these are just like regular commercial aircraft flying in the middle of a super expensive area. Look, there's like another one coming. I don't know what direction that one's going in, but I don't want to sit here and wait. I think you get the idea. I don't want to wait until the police show up and ask me what I'm doing here. So what are these things doing? I mean, what is this? What are they doing? So you could see where I'm at. There's like a big fence here, and I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like a nature preserve or somebody's land. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look on a map. But you know, the police are like about a half a mile down the road. You know, they're like sitting in a parking lot at there's like a shopping center down the street. And meanwhile, this is like going on over everybody's head. One that's still coming from this direction. I'm still on my way home, and I think it's behind the cloud. Oh, here it comes. So, what's up with that? Looks like it's gonna come over my car. You know, if I didn't know that these look like aircraft, I would think that that was a freaking UFO. If I didn't know what this looked like and I was just out here driving, I would think that there's like a fucking UFO flying over my car. And I hope people don't mind my language, but I like to curse, so it's just my particularity. But look at that. I mean, this is like coming right over me. You know, what if this, like, what if I was out here driving, I had no idea what that was. I would think that was like a UFO. There's somebody's house over there. But, I mean, look at this. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. There's like a huge, it looks like there's a huge field or nature preserve or something here. And there's a car coming, so I'm gonna get moving. There's like another one. It's coming out, it's coming over my car. These people around here, it's really dark, but these are very expensive properties around here. You know, I'm not even kidding. Now this is like a really sweet neighborhood. I believe this is Chatham, New Jersey. And I got out of the car for a second, and you know, you could hear that like grumbling sound in the sky here over this neighborhood. Now this neighborhood does not, you would not really think of this neighborhood as being under the flight path of like a bunch of planes, but yet it was, you know, I get out of the car and it's the same noise as like always, you know, the same horrible noise, and you can't really see the planes, you know, because it's cloudy, you know, but I can sure hear them. And I don't know, I mean, I don't know why people aren't noticing this, because this is a big deal, you know. This is like, you don't really want to have, like, buy a property in a neighborhood like this and be having, like, you know, having like the kind of sound I'm hearing over this neighborhood. You know, this is like, these are gorgeous houses. I don't know what they cost. I'd have to look it up on Zillow or something to see how much it is, but it's like, this is like prime real estate, you know? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You know, I would think that people living in a place like this would be a little more concerned about, you know, whether they're going to have like aircraft over their house. This is my head. Alright, I just came out of the house like not even 2 minutes, and like there were 4 of them over my head and then a 5th one, and I haven't even been out of the house for 5 minutes. I just was coming to my car to put some things in my car so I can go out, and 5 of them went over my head within like less than 5 minutes, so I don't think that's a coincidence. And yesterday I was coming back, it was late at night. It's dark around here, it's very dark around here late at night, nobody's out. I'm a night owl, so I like being out at night. So I was coming back, it must have been about 1 in the morning, and I'm coming up this long road that goes up to where my house is, and it's very dark and nobody's out, everybody's sleeping. And out of nowhere this thing comes out and just goes right over my car. You know, it can't be a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence. This is like too much, and people are looking at me funny, but I had to put this out there because it's just like too insane. It's way too insane. And then there's another one coming over here, but it's way up. Go fast. So that's number 6. Number 7. I don't know why it won't focus. I'm trying to focus on it. So this one's number 7. So far, I'm still putting my things in the car, and that was number 7. There were seven of these things within like 5 minutes came over my head. So I don't know, maybe 10 minutes at the most, 5 or 10 minutes. Here's number 8. I think this is 8. And then there's one up here. That's a different one. So it's like 9. It's like right over my head. They're using me as a guinea pig. There's like 2 of them up there. There's a smaller one up there too. and it's not there. So you could sure hear it.